not going very well, eh? Yeah, it's miserable, right? What's happening with Peter?
What, no seconds? They've come back from Norman now. This time 26-8.
That was all too good. Ty? So you just cue her when she must turn on for you.
Right, welcome to the evening session of the Africa, or the Indo-Africa Cup. It's starting out tonight with South Africa versus Namibia. But before we dive into the action, there is a special moment for one of our players tonight. Jamie Southgate is receiving her 50th cap. We'd like to call forward Coach Lenny Botha and the CEO of SA Hockey, Marissa Langeni, to hand over something. If you guys can just pose for, if you can pose for a photo in that direction. There we go. Congratulations, Jamie. 50 wonderful caps. I don't know if everybody could please stand for the national anthems.
No matter where you are as a South African, it's impossible not to get goosebumps whenever you hear the rousing rendition of Nkosi Sikelele. And that, of course, was preceded by the Namibian national anthem. It's an eagerly awaited clash. Namibia up against South Africa on day one of the Indoor Africa Cup, and some tremendous lineups on offer. Both sides going into the clash unbeaten. Namibia opening up with a very good win over Botswana, as did South Africa. Look at those lineups, Tyron.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you got to start with Jamie Southgate, 23 years of age, but 50 caps for South Africa, along with Kelly Reid, Celia Serrani, Danny De Oliveira, Edith Madikwe, who was really good this morning. Excuse me, and Cindy Hack and Jess O'Connor, both 100 caps for their country. It's a very experienced team. The Namibians, of course, had a few debuts this morning. The likes of Jevanka Kruger, Caitlin Gillies, Tamari Marburg, and Danya Meyer, all getting their debuts. Lots of eyes on Maggie Mengo and how she leads this team as they look to defend their crown. This is what we were waiting for. This is what you were excited for. This is Indo-Action hockey at its best.
It is a grudge match of sorts. South Africa looking for revenge following their loss to Namibia in the final a couple of years ago. They'll be looking to redeem themselves as they look to book their place at the Indoor Hockey World Cup. South Africa starting off within their own half. Jess O'Connor, Serrane playing amongst each other for now. O'Connor looks to find Serrane once more. Once he played back to O'Connor at the back. Kelly Reid passed it nicely on to Robin Johnson.
She doesn't keep it down, loses the ball. Some good early possession there by South Africa. Jess O'Connor really being central to how the team ticks at this point in time. Here's her counterpart, essentially, Maggie Mego. Early ball.
Opportunity for Namibia.
Cherie comes out, closes the space, and kicks it out. Cherie Gravenstein, who is, of course, in the squad after an injury to Zimi Shange, and her call up, and well done there in closing the space.
Captain of Namibia, Mengo, gets it back. Mengo had a very good game first up, and of course that's why she does wear the armband, controlling matters at the back, but nicely intercepted by Serrane. In fact, not so much. Couldn't keep it down as Namibia get the ball back. Mengo, one pass out. Mengo enjoys controlling matters on the side, and she takes it closer to the D. Can't find a teammate, and there's an infringement from South Africa.
Turns into Kelly Reid. Kelly Reid just giving a little bit of a push, and we are seeing the kind of spark that we've been waiting to see today.
Very much so.
Lots of work for Claire Cowan and Rihanna Duplessis overseeing this game.
Ludwig also had a stellar outing against Botswana earlier today. Long pass out, Captain Hack for South Africa, intercepts. Back to O'Connor, who gets Serrane. The two ladies will mix it up amongst themselves before the attack, and O'Connor couldn't find Hack. It doesn't matter though. Yes, they ruled to get the ball. Hack works her way into the D.
She tried to force that. Just got to look to bring it back a little bit there. We are in our third minute of the game. Still 0-0. Derek, a bit of an interesting stat that happened in this morning's game that I didn't share at the time because I just wanted to corroborate it. As I said, it was Lenny Botha's 104th game as the head coach. And in fact, South Africa went past 500 goals under Lenny Botha. The player that scored the 500th goal was Edith Madikwe.
Yeah, and to be fair, she scored so many goals today. Chances were pretty high given her performance, but a really, really good effort from Edith this morning. And she'll be looking to continue that trend against Namibia. But 3 minutes into the clash and no score on the board. And we certainly have a fight on our hands between these two sides. Jess O'Connor surveys the atmosphere. She gets it out to Serene. Robin Johnson waiting in the middle. She gets past one and can't control it. But South Africa keep hold of the ball.
That was really good defense by Sunil Ludwig. Just closing the space without overcommitting, forcing Serrane wide, and she just ran out of space there. But South Africa long corner, getting it back. Robin Johnson just holding up play, and Jess O'Connor seeing a lot of ball at this early stage. And so far, so good for South Africa's quarterback.
Jess O'Connor, hard shot through, couldn't find her teammate. Reid tries to get him yacked, but to no avail. Namibia get the ball back.
Going through the stick first, unfortunately. The rules don't allow you to do that. Here's Menga. Easy ball to Julian Amanis. And Cherie Gravenstein just shepherds it out of play. As this quite a frenetic start without being too frenetic, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes a complete sense. So you can see the ladies certainly up for it. They're attacking willfully, but nothing on the board as yet. Although, like you say, it is frenetic, yet I don't think too controlled from either side. Both sides trying to find their feet. South Africa finding things a lot tougher than they did earlier today. Reed in the mix. She's got Sarane waiting in the wing. Sarane grabs it. She'll force it inside, but she can't get there.
It's a good blow there from Claire Cowan. Potentially looking to take... Celia could have taken that one extra step there and looked to cross it across the face of goal for Petra Stoffberg. Yes, Sarane. Such great composure on the ball. Jess O'Connor, Robin Johnson. South Africans moving the ball very, very well.
Sarane will pick things up again with Jess O'Connor handing it back. Captain Hack.
Danya Meyer trying to intercept earlier, just losing control a little bit. But it very much seems like South Africa are the team that are going to dictate the possession. Namibia are going to look to play on the break. But here is a chance. Celia Sarane shoots and Petro Stoffberg makes the save with her glove. That is the first shot on target of this game. And it's gone in the direction of Spar, South Africa.
And a superb save there by the Namibian keeper, but South Africa launch another wave of attack. O'Connor finds Sarane again. Those two link up brilliantly. Sarane with the shot earlier, which was denied. Will she have another crack soon? Johnson finds Captain Hack. Gets inside the D, but nothing comes of that. So a frenetic start, as you said, Ty. And it's just picking up pace with every minute of play.
It's definitely starting to pick up pace, but South Africa definitely dictating play at this point in time. Petra Stoffberg having more to do. And Namibia struggling to hold a little bit of sustained possession together. That'll help, though. No, it won't. Call goes against her.
And a complete overhaul of the lineups as Team 2 makes their way onto the court here. All five replacements, including Jamie Southcap, the 50-cap star.
Yeah, I suppose she can only get the trophy and the flowers now, because now she's got the 50 caps. But it is interesting because South Africa were definitely building up the momentum there. Let's see if this change stops the momentum or they're able to carry it on. Obviously, Edith Madikwe this morning, absolutely superb. Danny De Oliveira on debut. Well, change in lineup is so far being followed up by a continued pattern of the game. South Africa holding position, just looking for a gap. Very good discipline by Namibia in holding the shape at this point in time.
So Meyer with the attempted intercept.
Yeah, she did get it.
She gets it.
Go.
Mengo, the restart.
Ludwig. Mengo Ludwig. Sounds like my favorite drink at the pub that I used to go to. A Mengo Ludwig.
Swakopman knows how to serve them.
I mean, I feel like mango would be a mango flavored.
Intercept there from Robenheimer. Gets it back to Southgate, who in turn finds D'Oliveira. South Africa now looking to attack. Fourie back to Southgate. Fourie looks
clear.
outside to Robenheimer. Can't get it through to intercept it. Infringed though. So Fourie gets it back. Southgate now.
Very clear that South Africa are being instructed to pass the ball with pace. Not allow the ball to stick. Danny De Oliveira corrects her own mistake there. But it's very clear the South Africans are looking to pass the ball at a tremendous pace and use that to shift the Namibian defense from side to side and slowly open pockets. It's a very difficult discipline to maintain for 40 minutes for Namibia, to move left, right for 40 minutes. Coach Handura has not used his bench yet either, so the players are going to be stretched.
D'Oliveira assesses the situation, gives it to Southgate. Tyrone spoke about the number of passes South Africa are pulling off. That definitely is part of the equation. They continue to tick-tock that ball around the court. D'Oliveira using the boards nicely. Finds Robenheimer, in fact, and who finds Meyer. Here's Namibia's chance. they give it away. That was a golden opportunity. Meyer intercepting, but unable to make the most of that as Danny de Oliveira restarts proceedings.
Yeah, Marburg just lifting it into de Oliveira's stick. Here comes some changes. Here's Edith Madikwe. She's through. Can she cross it? No, she can't find a player, but she may have found a foot. She has, and it is a penalty corner.
Oh.
Well done, Edith Madikwe. Unlucky for Captain Maggie Mengo there. She got the block in, and then just the ball stuck a little bit behind her, and she was unable to get it out from under her feet.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was Edith's first touch of the ball in this match, and we spoke about what a danger she presents with ball on stick, and that just about proved it so.
Golden touch that.
The first penalty corner of the game. And they'll have to reset it.
So if you're watching and saw Jamie use her hand there, don't worry, that was stopped. It's not a new technique that they're trying.
de Oliveira waiting in the wings. Southgate lines it up, can't control it. And yeah, not the greatest of penalty corners from South Africa. Namibia getting away. South Africa will be very unhappy with how that turned out.
Yeah, that was an opportunity missed for the South Africans. You've got to trap it properly to give yourself a chance. But it's still a lot of pressure from South Africa. They are definitely keeping Namibia at bay. Here's Durant Busher trying to change it up. But Jamie Southgate with a fantastic tackle. Maggie Mengo blocking the attack. Ooh, it's hard to take a breath here. We are nearly at the end of the first quarter. 25 seconds remaining. Yes, Caitlin Gillies, but the ball was moving. She needs to go back to where it was.
What an outstanding match this has been after a goal-a-thon earlier in the games. This time around, not at all. No goals yet, and we're about to see the end of the first chaka. And Namibia will play it amongst themselves as they wait for the reprieve of the hooter. 0-0 tie. South Africa certainly dominating the possession territory stats, but more importantly, not the scoreboard.
Yeah, Derek, and if you often if you watch a game, we often say high-scoring goals are the most exciting. But I tell you what, this is an exciting game of hockey. It is tight, it is tentative. South Africa definitely shading that first chaka, having the more possession, having the more shots, having the more circle entries. Petra Stockberg having to make one very, very good save and then two more routine ones. If you look at the two coaches, I think probably Coach Lenny Bura will be just a little bit disappointed that they haven't taken advantage of their slight dominance. But more importantly, he will be very happy with what's happened in that first chaka. Coach Erwin Nduru will also be happy because they've gone in level and they do have the ability to spring the break. Maggie Mengo having a great game at the back.
Some comments coming through. Rachel Ndongo saying, now this is hockey. Not to say the earlier games weren't at all, but this certainly is extremely entertaining, and it is a battle of attrition. One chaka in, no score yet on the board, but it has been entertaining from start to finish so far. As chaka 2 begins.
Yeah, South Africa revert to the starting lineup, except with Edith on instead of Kelly. Here's Hack, the captain, on the ball. Jess O'Connor, the fellow Centurion, 103 test caps, and of course, remarkably, those are all consecutive, Derek. She has not missed a game since her debut.
That is incredible. Edith unable to hold on.
Here's Gillian Hermanis, whose brother Liam will be playing against South Africa after this. Here's Meyer. Boshoff. Here's Robin Johnson
Johnson
on the
with an
break.
opportunity. Malikwe. Cotton Malikwe tries to get in. She gets it back to Hack. Cindy looks around and she finds Jess O'Connor, who in turn finds Sarana, and here's Johnson finding Malikwe, not quite. Hack tries, and it bubbles out, and that will go the way of Namibia.
She's having a little bit of a swing at that, judged to be a bit more of a hit than a slap, and the call goes against South Africa. But once again, South Africa just keeping that tempo up, and at a certain point, that will lead to mistakes. Namibia are being picked back a little bit too much for their own liking here. It's well done by Maggie Mengo to get out of that, but the extra touch across to Edith Madikwe gets it, and she fires into the bottom left corner. It is 1-0 to Spar South Africa. That was made from the pressure that they put on the captain to turn over.
We spoke about the danger that Malikwe possesses, and that's exactly what proved to be. A superb strike from Malikwe, the number 7. A brilliant turn and exceptional start to the second chaka by South Africa. Namibia looking to hit back And Meyer gets it through back to their captain as Mengo to out, playing a similar attacking style to what South Africa provided earlier.
Balls up, no one close though, but once again, Edith's press is putting the Namibians under all sorts of pressure, and it's starting to tell. It's definitely going to be important how Coach Erwin Njura utilizes his bench. That was a great burst by Celia, just not quite the pass. Here goes Mengo, she's driving from the back. Cindy makes the tackle. Good tackle, nothing wrong with that. Edith on the break. She lays it off to Robin Johnson. This game has some fire in it, and I'm enjoying it.
Madikwe gets it through into the D, and they put their hands up because they've earned themselves a penalty corner. Look at those highs, and look at those high fives to Cindy Hack and Madikwe. Madikwe turning into the sorceress up front, and make no mistake, Cindy Hack with that tackle a little earlier. That was superbly done. Hack and Madikwe. Brilliant play from both players as we lead to the second penalty corner of the match.
Madikwe has made her presence on this game felt so far. She really is having a massive impact. Here we go, Cindy Hack with the injection.
Here it comes, Jess O'Connor. Oh, blown up already.
Early break from the defender. So for those who aren't aware, if you break early, it means for the next penalty corner, you need to go into the opposite D, and you can no longer be a defender. So Duray Bushhoff has to go do that lonely walk. I suppose you could say it was a long walk to freedom, but...
Here we go, Jess O'Connor with the strike.
That is a superb charge down by Meyer. Fantastic charge down, no fear, great speed. Not much wrong with the South African penalty corner, great defense there.
South Africa attack again. Sarana enters the D. She's got Madikwe on her outside. Madikwe grabs, she controls, gets it back to O'Connor, who looks out to Johnson instead, gives it back to Madikwe. Madikwe looking hard, gets it back to O'Connor now. Johnson. Finds Sarane. Here we go, Jess O'Connor controlling matters from the base, and she'll go centre. Hack can't hold on as Namibia get away with one, and they'll attack now. Opportunity for them. Bushhoff running up further, but Gillies can't.
What a tackle by Jess O'Connor.
Here goes Hack, back to O'Connor, tries to. Hack does well to get the ball back.
You know, Jess O'Connor, it's almost a trademark. She could actually sell it as her own shirt. Is that the bus is full. You cannot go straight through Jess O'Connor. She will not give you space there. And Caitlin Gillies learning that in just her second test match. She's learned that there are some buses that you can't go on because they're just too full. I mean, I know that's a cliche, but I love that one. The bus is full. It just rolls off the tongue so well, Derek.
Especially in Portuguese, when pronounced by a certain Mr. Mourinho. Namibia attack. It's been a rare occurrence that they've been in South Africa's half in this chukka. They'll want to make the most of this opportunity, and here they have. Meyer enters the D. About to, she tries to get past. She can't get past Sarane.
A small mistake there by South Africa, running a sub as the Namibians were attacking and opening a gap. Celia doing well to make sure she got her feet outside the D to make sure that the play was broken down.
Ludwig, long pass in, intercepted by O'Connor. O'Connor tries to find Johnson. She can't. Instead finds Ludwig. Ludwig has Meyer next to her. She opts for Meyer. Meyer passes it inside and hit away. Geez, that was the first strike of the game from Namibia.
Yeah, a little bit. Just didn't quite get the power she wanted to generate there. Easy save for Cherie Gravenstein. But, of course, what that means is at least she's awake, and Namibia are starting to try and get a foothold in this game. Trying to move the ball a little faster. We see Azali Philander here in front of us.
Ludwig. Been very prominent for the ladies in blue so far. Well played by
Lifted by Jess.
Philander gets it inside to Meyer. Meyer gets it back to Ludwig. Hermanus can't control it. Very well intercepted by Kelly. No, in fact, Fourie. Hack gets it back to O'Connor. Sarane. O'Connor surveys the situation. And she finds Sarane. Back to O'Connor. She's got Hack in front of her. Instead, she opts for a big one using the board. She gets it to Reed. Reed can't control. And here's an opportunity for Namibia. Ludwig gets it through Meyer. Ludwig back again. Long pass out. Hermanus can't control. Jess O'Connor can. And a bit of pressure.
And I tell you what, Azali Philander had herself in a great position there, and if she had managed to get that cross apart, she would have set Danya May up for a really good opportunity. She just couldn't get the touch there, and so it remains. But here is a big moment for Namibia. They get their first penalty corner of the game, 2 so far for South Africa, and this is their chance to pull back and restore parity.
So a golden opportunity now for Namibia. Certainly starting to attack more in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the Chaka. Let's see what happens. Can they draw level? It comes through and very well blocked by South Africa. No fear shown from their side too. We saw Meyer running out fast during South Africa's last penalty corner, and South Africa just returned the favor.
Yeah, that was a great charge down by Cherie Gravenstein. You know, if you come forward as the keeper, you've got to get there quick and you've got to make yourself big, and she did exactly that. So really fantastic stuff. Lots of people watching at home, either via Watch Hockey or via the Rayder Media YouTube page. Welcome to our coverage. It is 1-0 to Spa, South Africa, and it is a cracker here. It's a bit cold in Durban, but there is nothing cold in this action. Hermanus, Ludwig, back to Hermanus. Namibia starting to get a little bit more possession, and a great tackle by Kelly Reid. Danny De Oliveira there to mop up the pieces. And South Africa win the free hit to take the pressure off.
De Oliveira passes through to Southgate, who will resume proceedings. Southgate and her skipper. Southgate trying to find De Oliveira. De Oliveira gets the ball back, gets past 2. Here's a chance now. Reid has someone in the center. Reid tries to get past. She can't quite do it. Here's Namibia's chance. Meyer has someone in front of her. Will she pass? She won't just yet. She keeps hold of possession. Great play from Jamie Southgate.
Yeah,
a tremendous tackle.
Massive opportunity missed there by Meyer, who had the early ball available. She could have passed it forward to Kayla Shimming, who we know from earlier is goal-scoring threat. Give and go, you know, the good old hockey terminology. But the decision-making let her down there, and Jamie Southgate said, you know what, Jess O'Connor's bus can be full, but so can mine on my 50th cap.
Tremendous tackling from Jess O'Connor and Jamie Southgate. Here we have Kelly Reid trying to get past Kelly Reid now.
Trying to go over their stick. Und está bus volle.
Namibia inside South Africa's half, not for long though. Sarane. Southgate.
Actually, Derek, I apologize for that. That was a disappointing performance. Except I'm going to change it. Only pass esta chao. Chao? Esta chao.
That sounds more like Jose. There we go.
Except I said it with too much of a smile on my face. I'll be grumpier next time. Yes, South Africa. Jamie Southgate, 50 caps at the age of 23. A fantastic achievement. Danny De Oliveira not controlling it. Ludwig, and a good opportunity there. The circle entry, not controlling it for Namibia, is an opportunity missed once again.
Southgate to Sarane. 1 minute to go, about 1 minute to go in the second Chaka. Sarane. Southgate inside her own D. She'll get it out to Fourie. Fourie chops back inside. Finds De Oliveira. Sarane. Keeping Southgate in play. Those two will continue the interplay between them. As Southgate looks to give a long pass on. She gets De Oliveira. Well marked. Southgate, plenty of play for her. So South Africa continue to play within their half. Here's the breakaway now. Sarane can't control. Namibia chance out. Here we go. Mungo gets it through. Will she? No, she does not, does the Namibian captain. That was a magnificent opportunity from the Namibia skipper, Maggie Mengo.
Yeah, but once again, Derek, exactly as the break with Meyer a few seconds earlier, there was the overlap. Lay the ball off onto someone's strong side. Decision-making letting Namibia down here so far. They are now starting to get a foothold in this game. So if they can make the right decisions, they will definitely get themselves back into this game. We're seeing the Haji Baji starting to come in there. Some good physical play. Tegan Fourie and Gillian Hermanus looking like they wanted to get really close to each other there.
Yeah, it looked like it. I tell you what, I'm loving the physicality, and you can see how heated things got down at the bottom. And with the score 1-0 up in favor of South Africa, there's no question that this is an exceptionally tight game. And they're starting to take not their anger, but their frustrations out on each other. It wasn't too bad, but it was nice to see. So what an entertaining first half there, tie 1-0. And the lone goal, coming courtesy of Edith Modikwe. That's following on from her superb performances earlier in the tournament against Botswana. And she'll be hoping to do more of the same in the second half. Coach Lenny Buerta giving his side a stern talking to. South Africa, yeah, probably the better side in that first chukka. Second chukka, I tell you what, Namibia certainly bounced back, Ty.
Yeah, Derek, I think if you look at that first half, what we saw a very controlled start by South Africa. They probably should have taken, or will be disappointed that they didn't take a bigger advantage or a bigger lead from that dominance in that opening chukka. They'll be very happy that they have the lead. Penalty corners probably need to be a bit better. And what happened is, I think Namibia started to grow into the game. As they felt like more time was going there, they started to hold possession a little bit. They've made a few incorrect decisions at the right time. But what Coach Erwin Njuro would be happy about is that getting into a position where they can make decisions. And they are competing. And there's no doubt for me that Thomas More College is witnessing its finest international game of hockey. With no disrespect to the games we saw this morning, this is a classic already. 1-0 at half-time, and 20 minutes flew by quicker than 20 minutes flew by in 20 minutes.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Ty, after 20 minutes, who would be your pick of South Africa, and who's your pick of Namibia?
Yeah, for South Africa, it's clear as day. Edith Modikwe is the star. She's the difference maker right now. Jess O'Connor was marshalling at the back fantastically. For Namibia, Sunil Ludwig. I think she grew into the game more and more, and the more she was seeing the ball, the more dangerous they looked.
And similar positions, actually. Well, I mean, sorry, I actually got that. You're talking about Jess O'Connor.
Yeah.
Ludwig and O'Connor certainly playing similar roles. But yeah, I'd have to agree with you regarding those two stars.
Yeah, and Derek, if your daughter Ashley was at home watching, I know my son Callum is watching, but what would she be thinking right now?
That she wants to be like a hockey player, one of these players when she grows up, in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm sure Callum is watching, and knowing how much he is a big fan of certain players, he's probably sitting there going crazy for the team that he's supporting. Of course, we don't have a crowd here, so we know many of you are watching at home. We hope you're enjoying the coverage. Thanks once again to Farco Pharmaceuticals, the sponsors of African hockey, and of course Spa, the sponsors of the tournament. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. You'd be sitting at home watching a Twitter update, but you're not. You're watching a stream, you're watching quality hockey, and it's here and it's live.
Third chukka about to get underway. Boshoff to start things off for Namibia. And away they go. Mengo, the skipper, played a prominent role for Namibia in that first half. And South Africa getting possession almost immediately.
Derek, I think the other thing that's really great is in that first half, we spoke about the two teams, which is a credit to the two umpires. They've let this game flow. They have allowed it to go. You know, if she wasn't running past her, she wouldn't even know that Claire was one of the umpires. And that is a fantastic advert for the game itself.
Very much so. Superb performance from the umpires. Can it be a superb performance from Sarane? She finds her skipper, Hack. Hack manages to hold on to the ball. O'Connor back to Hack.
All those hours at Pilates and yoga paying off there for Hacker. She had to stretch, and here goes Sarane onto the baseline, looking for it, but she lifts it up into Hermanus' stick before it lifts. Derek, someone actually told me the other day that they did yoga for a whole week. I found that a bit of a stretch. Yes, Dere Boshoff, she turns, but she turns into trouble, and Sarane is on the way to break it out. Here's Jess O'Connor, holding ball, just controlling the pace, controlling the tempo, and deciding when she's going to launch the next attack. Well done, Sarane. Just showing the experience there to shepherd the ball, protect it. Not the best ball by O'Connor, but well recovered by Edith. Here goes Robin Johnson.
Hack on the side. She's got Johnson in the center. Well tackled. She loses it. And that does go the way of Namibia. That was tremendous skill earlier from Madikwe, managing to turn the ball over. But in the end, all coming to naught as Namibia launch their attack from deep inside their own half. Mengo waiting in the center, not needed just yet. Continues to be guarded. Here's a chance for South Africa. Hack approaches the D. She's got Johnson on her inside. Can't use her, unfortunately, because a great tackle from Namibia. Now it's Namibia's chance to attack. Boshoff. Mengo on her inside.
You just see the newness of the court makes it a little bit sticky, so it's making those flare moves a little bit more difficult. It's important that the players move the ball a lot quicker. Both Hack and Boshoff getting caught out there by a bit of stickiness. But the quality of the game is not caught out at all. Here goes Hack on the ball.
Back to O'Connor. Very well intercepted by Boshoff. She's got Mengo on the inside. Mengo's going to play on her out. She'll decide to go herself. And probably the wrong option there, Ty. Someone on her left and decided to go it alone.
Yeah, once again, Namibia getting into really good positions. But when you've got a 3-on-2, you've got to use the overlap to make the difference. And they've not put their heads up and seen that there. The game remains 1-0. And at 1-0, it is as quick as a quick double fire for Namibia to take this from a trail to a lead. They are growing in confidence in this game. Jure Boshoff having a big say in it, but that is good work by Maggie Mengo, by Edith. Here goes Gillian Amanis onto the baseline, but, you know, there was this bus there. And as some would say, I mean, not me, I wouldn't, but as some would say, that bus was full.
Full of O'Connors, full of Jess O'Connors. Unstoppable force at the back. Opts for the long pass instead. She goes short. And Serrano can't control. Namibia regaining possession. Ludwig.
Mengo dropping into defense again for Namibia.
Ludwig. Pass it to a skipper. Mengo probably opting for Hermanus. Or will she go back? She does. She goes back to Ludwig. Meyer on the inside instead. Here we go. Meyer's a chance now. She's got Hermanus waiting. Instead, she opts it to go alone. Edith Madikwe marking well. She's not getting past there. Ludwig. Long pass through and pass to no one. But Namibia keep hold of the ball. Ludwig. Meyer. Ludwig. Mengo.
This is a thrilling 1-0, 25 minutes into the game. So we have 5 minutes left of this, the third chukka. South Africa maintaining a 1-0 lead. In truth, Namibia have grown a bit into this game, but they have not tested Cherie Gravenstein yet. Only one shot at goal. South Africa about 4 or 5. Both teams failing to make their penalty corners count. And the pace just slowing down a little bit here.
Namibia continue to control the ball inside their own half. The play continues between Mengo, and you can see the frustration on Mengo's face as she lets that ball go out. So South Africa with an opportunity now. Jess O'Connor looks back and she gets it through to Serrane. Back to O'Connor. She's got Hack waiting patiently on the far end instead. She goes back to Serrane. Hack finally gets her stick on the ball. And Serrane and O'Connor will continue then to play between them. Madikwe. O'Connor gets into Namibia's half. So the general at the back, making sure the ball continues to float. Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. South Africa launching. She uses the board, unable to make the most of it as Namibia get it back. And they do so through Sunel Ludwig, who has been a stellar performer so far for Namibia, as has Meyer. And here's a chance for Namibia now. Well under. Can she hold on? She can't, because O'Connor is there. Instead, she gets it back inside to Amanis. Amanis tries to up through. Hack is there, intercepts. And Serrane running on. Instead, Hack will find Johnson. Johnson controls beautifully. And there's a fight for the ball. And it is won by Mengo. Mengo.
Johnson just losing control, but once again, you want to go through the middle of Jess. That's not going to happen, and she'll get a shot talking to there. There was a moment in that build-up play there that I thought South Africa had done so well on opening up the Namibian press, and then they just failed to capitalize on it. They got them shifting, they got them out of pattern, and lost control. Here is O'Connor on the board, passes across to Danny de Oliveira.
Long pass from de Oliveira, and she finds Robenheimer, who controls it very, very nicely and still manages, and she can't. She loses it out at the death. So she'll be disappointed with losing out there, although she was covered in defenders. Mingo. Yeah, the speed of that ball whittling across the turf between Ludwig and Mingo. Meyer can't control it. Reed gets back. O'Connor now using the board, gets it back to Reed. She's got Robenheimer in front, can't get it through to Robenheimer. Mingo intercepts Meyer.
Derek, I don't think I've seen Mingo go off in this game. She must be exhausted. The pace has been so frenetic. But fantastically fit individual here. She's running up the side. Can someone find her? There is a chance.
So Namibia attacking once again. Haven't had too many shots on goal. I'll tell you what, we have just over 2 minutes to go before the fourth and final chukka, and there is nothing in it in this clash. The Battle of African Giants. South Africa versus Namibia here in Durban. Will the dam wall break? Will Namibia equalize? There is still plenty of time left for anything can happen, as Murray Walker used to say. Good fight there from de Oliveira. She gets it back to O'Connor. Sarane looking on the outside. Where there's O'Connor, there's Sarane. Terrific interplay.
Not keeping it down there. I mean, what a fantastic base Sarane and O'Connor make together. Danny de Oliveira in the middle, just her second cap. Chanel Robenheimer, her second cap. And of course, there's Kelly Reed leading the line in the last minutes of this chukka. South Africa maintain the 1-0 lead. That's up, and South Africa will have a chance.
And here's a chance now. Jess O'Connor sees the opportunity.
That's first up from the South Africans, then up from the Namibians, and Namibia get the reprieve. They are able to get the ball out. It remains 1-0 to South Africa. It's really been a game of tactical battling. I almost liken it a little bit to chess. It's a lot of feeling each other out, playing your moves without showing too much, but nobody has quite landed the killer punch. South Africa just with the 1-point scoring punch so far.
De Oliveira looks inside, opts to go back to Sarane, who in turn gets it back to Jess O'Connor. Long pass from O'Connor, finds Oliveira, looks for the center. Robenheimer gets there. Robenheimer looks to get through two defenders. She does almost to it, but it will be the hooter for the end of the chukka. 10 minutes to go. South Africa lead 1-0. That goal coming courtesy of Edith Modikwe, and that was way back in the first quarter. Will we see another one take place in the fourth and final one?
Well, Derek, I wanted to interject there, sorry, but yeah, I think we could, because I think there are some players that are starting to, I don't know if you saw it, there were 1 or 2 players starting to tire in that last quarter, so it's down to player management now. If a player tires, indoor hockey, there's nowhere where you can hide as a player. It should open up a few gaps. We haven't had a lot of goalmouth activity. I mean, you can probably remember most of the saves from the game from both keepers. The game is happening very much in between the 2Ds. A lot of tactical play. South Africa bossing possession. Namibia not quite getting enough circle entries and making the wrong decisions when they're close. But it's 1-0, 10 minutes, plenty of time. Anybody could still win this game. One of these two teams is going to land the first punch and say, this is my title tonight. Is it going to be South Africa or is it going to be Namibia? We'll tell you in 10 minutes.
And the game continues. Gillies goes down. Namibia keep hold of possession. Tell you one person who won't be replaced anytime soon is Maggie Mengo. South Africa now launch the attack. Reed running on. Great pass through to Robenheimer. That was coming from De Oliveira. And Reed coming agonizingly close to finding the back of the net. She was well marked, however, but she managed to worm her way inside the D and pretty much made something from nothing. But the score remains 1-0 as Namibia launch from deep inside their half.
Yeah, that was the first time we've seen that combination really click. I thought Danny De Oliveira had maybe missed the opportunity to go left to Kelly, but a great decision actually to go to Robenheimer, who set it up. Kelly got the shot away, not on target, but there's some encouraging signs there for Coach Lenny Buerta. AJ, Brighty, Robin, that management team will be quite happy with that. Yeah, Serrani holding the ball back to the superbly reliable and a great shot for player of the match, Jess O'Connor.
Very much so, and I'll tell you what, Namibia wouldn't be far off with Maggie Mengo. Here's a chance, Reed, go for the goal, and she gets it in. Jeez, a terrific effort from Namibia's keeper, but it was not to be as it managed to bubble its way into the back of the net. Jeez, Petra Stoffberger doing her best to try and stop that, but unfortunately for her, South Africa get their second goal.
Yeah, not much you can do if you make the save, but it's your player's arm and goes in. Advantage to South Africa. So now Ludwig, the unfortunate player, to deflect it in. It is 2-0 to South Africa, and I don't know if you could hear that. There's not a crowd here, but there was almost a collective sigh of relief that they got that second one into the goal.
Yeah, they've bought themselves some breathing room, have South Africa. That's not to say that they haven't deserved their 2-0 lead, but Namibia have looked really, really good and very dangerous when on attack. And they've had a few opportunities where they have managed to perhaps threaten Cherie Cravenstein, but so far no score yet for them on the board. But time is still a plenty.
Danny De Oliveira losing battle and having a little bit of a shove there and getting a green card. She's off for a minute. Can Namibia use this one player advantage to make a difference here? Will we see them pull their keeper late on for the extra player? 7 minutes remain, just over 7 minutes.
Ludwig and Meyer. Here we go, an attack from Namibia, and it goes across the face of the goal. A second attempt coming from Mengo.
Yeah, Mengo was probably a little bit too far back to take advantage of that. She did get the second shot, but missing the opportunity there. Fantastic fight back here by Namibia, looking to try and create some chances. They've got about 20 seconds left of the player advantage. Will they create one more chance in this time?
Mengo looks around. Hands it on to Shimming. Mengo, cross court now. And there's an opportunity, and it is very, very well saved for now. Shimming trying to do the best of it. Gillies with another attempt. Here's an opportunity for Namibia. Jeez, chance after chance after chance. And what do they rule?
Yeah, so Chanel Robenheimer missing the ball, catching Gillian Amanus' stick. I would like to see Gillian try and have the crack there instead of have a conversation, but here's a chance for Namibia. Caitlin Gillies falling, not victim. Caitlin Gillies is the player that shots have fallen to there in the last few minutes, unable to make it count in her first ever tournament for the national team. But she is the player injecting here.
Here it comes, Shimming, and it flies way over the goal. Great defense from South Africa, denying Namibia once again being the story of the game so far. South Africa remain 2-0 in front.
Yeah, the changing keeper, not changing the tactic. Charlize Swanepoel getting out there incredibly quick and a great charge down to deny the dangerous Kayla Shimming. Here's Maggie Mengo.
Well
Blocked by
intercepted
Cindy
by
Hack.
Captain Hack.
Jess O'Connor. Kelly Reid gets a touch. Did she get enough to keep it in? She did. Oh, and that's gone through the back. It's gone through the back. The umpires do say play on, though.
Namibia to Ludwig. Gillies gets it back to Ludwig. Mengo. Ludwig has Hermanus in the center. She decides to go back to her skipper, Mengo. Gillies gets into South Africa's half, and it's a pass out of nothing. Of course, you can't strike from outside the D, so that will come to naught.
South Africa just slowing things down, bringing on 50 cap Jamie Southgate for the last 5 or so minutes. There's Cindy Hack, Celia Serrane, and superstar game changer in that first half, Edith Madikwe, is back on the field. She's rested a little bit in the second half. She's joined by Tegan Fourie up front. Of course, Tegan Fourie is in the outdoor Olympic squad, hoping to make the final Olympic squad under Robin van Ginkel. But a short soiree, I love that word, soiree. A short soiree with the indoor hockey side looking to qualify for Belgium and looking good tonight with a 2-0 lead into the last couple of minutes of this.
Ludwig and Mengo. Ludwig really has had a tremendous game so far, but Namibia will need to score and score so quickly if they are to have any hope of taking this clash. Ludwig under pressure from South Africa, but they do keep hold. Thank you very much to Binks Robertson, saying he's enjoying the commentary. Great to hear. Or she's enjoying the commentary.
Yeah, that's Lyndall, who's one of the umpires listed for the potential umpiring role at the indoor hockey World Cup.
Here's a chance for South Africa. Tegan Fourie spots Hack up front. She gets it through to Hack. Hack controls, gets it past just outside the D. Past it, and that was intercepted. Very well done by Namibia. So, Shimming doing all the work for Namibia, but instead South Africa get the ball. Hack tries a long pass. Instead, it hits the foot of a Namibian player. Jamie Southgate will get things back on track. In fact, it will be Captain Cindy Hack.
Into the last 3 minutes.
Serrane gets it back to Southgate. Hack. Long pass out. Through to Fourie. Fourie well marked by Mengo. Serrane spots Hack, but instead gives it back to Southgate. They continue to pass amongst each other. Do Southgate and Serena instead. Southgate finds a Namibian, and it is
Shimming looking good, and here comes Gillian Amanis. Edith Madikwe with an intercept. Here's a chance.
Madikwe continues to hold on. She can't
too
get
good from
past.
Maggie Mengo, and it's 4-on-2. This time she does make the right decision. And that's going to be a penalty corner.
And that indeed is the case. And what's happening here?
Ludwig
Green
getting a
card.
green card for something off the ball.
So bittersweet for Namibia. They get themselves the penalty corner with 2 minutes to go, but in doing so, they also lose a player to the sidelines for 1 minute.
Maggie Mengo, who has not gone off in this game, is still there calling the shots.
She's been unbelievable, Maggie Mengo. Interesting, I did the after-match interview with her a little earlier, and she was hardly out of breath.
I mean, I'm out of breath and I'm just watching.
Namibia look for the attack. Can they score? They find the back. A late strike by Namibia. That has set the cat amongst the pigeons, because it is South Africa 2, Namibia 1, with just under 2 minutes to go.
A big chance here for Namibia. Do South Africa fall for the 2-goal trap? Can they just see this out? 90 seconds to play. It is pulsating here in Durban.
Robin Johnson goes around the outside, tries to get it in. She can't. Leaks the ball through to the Namibian defense.
A loose pass allows Celia Serrane to put some pressure there. Here's Mengo. She might just look to clear this.
Mengo knows it's now or never. The clock continues to tick.
And South Africa have the ball.
Sarane, who will deliver the hammer blow? Will it be South Africa? Will it be Namibia? Sarane.
Final minute of action. Jamie Southgate's 50th test. South Africa leading 2-1. She's unable to find Robin Johnson.
So Namibia's chance now. Can they find the equalizer? They'll continue to keep play in the back before launching once again. Ludwig back on court. They've got all their players available now. Long pass out to Boshoff. But Cindy Hack, Captain Courageous, is there. But illegally so, as Namibia get the ball back with.
Yeah, she made a good tackle, but the ball just bobbled onto the back of her stick. So Namibia have it with 20 seconds to go. Here we go. Can Ray Boshoff create a chance here? No, they can't. She misses the ball there, Marburg, and they give the pressure up. South Africa will now be able to see out the last 10 seconds fairly easily. It should be done.
So they'll keep on watching. Cindy Hack gets it out to Southgate. And there's Sarane. And there is the hooter. Namibia putting up a brilliant fight, but South Africa holding on. 2-1. What a match, Tyron.
Yeah, absolutely. South Africa owning a lot of that game, allowing Namibia back into it at the end. Namibia finally taking one of the chances, making a good decision. And turning in a goal there a little bit too late. It ends 2-1 to South Africa. They land the first punch in this juggernaut battle. It's another great word, isn't it? Juggernaut. Derek is busy going to go grab the two captains to have a post-match chat. We'll also be chatting to Jamie Southgate, who received her 50th cap. But let's go through what happened in the game. Let's relive the action. South Africa and Namibia fighting it out, looking for champions of Africa. The goal scoring was all started in the 12th minute by Edith Madikwe, who turned over something and turned it into a 1-0 lead for South Africa. They then, of course, went and finally took the second when Kelly Reid had a shot saved by Petro Stoffberg. It deflected off of Sunel Ludwig and into the back of the net. South Africa had a few more chances, weren't able to take it. Namibia did manage to pull one back through Gillian Hermanis, scoring from a penalty corner on a well-worked move. And ultimately, with only 90 seconds left, it was a little bit too little, too late. And South Africa emerged victorious, winning the game 2-1 and grabbing the full house of points for day one. They will sit top of the table at the end of day one. Namibia will sit second, and of course Botswana sitting in third. Following this game, we will have the men's game. It will be South Africa versus Namibia, fighting it out for top spot at the end of day one. Will it be Trevor Cormack's men, or will it be Ryan Hack? We will find that out. That game hits off at 7:30. Same stream. We're not going to cut it off. Just keep watching. And we are going to go over to the post-match interviews just now over with Derek. And he is joined by the losing captain, Maggie Mengo.
Maggie, geez, what a game. Tough loss, but I think you can take heart by how close that result was.
Yeah, it was very close. Yeah, hard luck. So, yeah, up to the next one, I guess. We'll just need to regroup and rethink.
We were trying to work out, did you go off in that game?
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
For about 2 seconds?
Maybe.
How are you feeling? I mean, that was an
No,
extraordinary performance from yourself.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. It's just tough luck with the loss. But I think, yeah, work on, get our heads up for tomorrow's game.
Yeah, I was going
Unlucky. It was not the best of our games, though.
Yeah, I think you can certainly be proud of the performance, and you get another bite of the cherry tomorrow ahead of potentially the final. But you can take a lot of heart from what you achieved today. And what was the most encouraging signs that you picked up from the result?
I think the fact that the girls didn't give up. I mean, we scored the 2-1 in the very last minutes of the game. So we fight till the last end. Yeah, so that's actually like a spirit of fighting. So that keeps me going.
Maggie Mengo, tough luck with the loss, but best of luck for the rest, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Maggie Mengo. I'll bring out the South African equivalent, Cindy Hack, who is the skipper. And Cindy, geez, that was a tough match, but coming away with the win.
Yes, extremely fantastic from our team. Great effort. We're proud of the win, but yeah, things that we need to work on, but we'll take it.
Not without giving away too many secrets, what do you need to work on?
We'll leave that for Sunday.
Yeah, Namibia putting up a very, very tough fight. A bit of nerves at the end when Namibia scored their opening goal right at the death, closing the gap somewhat.
Yeah, 2-1 is always a bit of a mental game, and I think, yeah, what more than this preparation for us for Sunday. But hats off to the girls for keeping that 2-1, especially to the girls who are new on the international scene. What great exposure for them, and we're just ready and firing for that end prize on Sunday.
We're going to bring her on shortly, but some words of the 50-cap star, Jamie Southgate.
Oh, just absolutely great performance. I said to Jamie in the team talk this afternoon, you know, I've seen her start. It feels like just the other day she had her first cap, and here she is on 50 already, and I've seen her grown into the tremendous player she is today, so we are extremely proud of her.
Okay, thank you so much, Cindy
Thanks.
Hack. Congratulations on the victory. And I'm going to bring her on now, Jamie Southgate. Congratulations on the win. And firstly, congratulations on the 50 caps. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, to be able to get this opportunity on this platform is just incredible, and I think it's probably part of a milestone of every athlete to get to this point. So yeah, it's been amazing. Nerve-wracking game, good game to actually have it in. So yeah, very grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, it was a nerve-wracking game, and it was an entertaining game from a neutral or supporter's point of view.
Yeah.
2-1, it really doesn't get more exciting than that. And Cindy said she wasn't too worried when Namibia got their goal. How were your thoughts?
Yeah, I guess same. I think we have a plan going forward and we have a process. So it's okay if we get goals scored against, at least we know that we can work on it and what to do next. So yeah, trusting the process and just keeping with the plan, and yeah, excited for what's about to come and what's going forward.
Just continuing on the thread with the 50 caps, has it quite sunk in yet that you played 50 games for your country?
Definitely not. It still feels like my first cap every single time I'm out there singing the national anthem. Pretty emotional, but I mean, I guess it's like I said again, it's an accolade, and I'm really, really, really privileged and really honored to be standing here wearing the green and gold. Besides my amazing teammates that I've had today in this tournament and in the past. Yeah, I think it's an amazing achievement. Definitely hasn't sunk in, but it will soon enough.
What was more emotional, singing the anthem in your first game or this game?
I'd say it's pretty much the same. Yeah, pretty much the same. You always have that pride. You always have that honor to sing the national anthem with your teammates. And I think it's never going to change.
And finally, one more match taking place in this tournament tonight. The SA men going up against their Namibian counterparts. Are you going to stick around and watch that?
I think that we're going to be safe. You know, COVID's still around. So we're going to head back to the hotel, get some rest and recovery, and then reset for tomorrow's game. But all the best of luck to both teams, SA men's, Namibia, obviously rooting for our men.
And the good news is you can follow the stream live anyway, so you can watch it back in your hotel room.
That's exactly what we're going to be doing, setting it up on our television in the room, and everyone's going to probably come and watch again.
Okay, cool. We'll give a shout out to you. How about that? When
That'll
we do
be perfect.
commentate. Jamie Southgate, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on earning the 50 caps, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, congratulations to South Africa winning tonight. Of course, congratulations to Jamie Southgate on her 50 test caps. A really, really wonderful achievement. That's the ladies' action for today done. South Africa winning 2 from 2. Namibia winning 1 from 2. And Botswana, unfortunately, defeated in both their games. It's been a thrilling day of hockey action, but it's not over. We have the almost headliner, the action title fight, the Royal Rumble at 7:30 coming on the stream. South Africa versus Namibia in men's indoor hockey. Stay tuned. We will be here. We will be bringing it to you. See you then.
Had no effect, eh?
Well, it might say. That's
I'd rather keep quiet, otherwise I don't know what game I'll get tomorrow.
all I can say is spending going to hospital for concussion. Well, then they used to wake you up every 2 hours for concussion.
Yeah, get to see people.
It's horrible.
And they still do that. Really well
First time in 4 days, 3 days I've been there, that I feel I know I shouldn't be complaining.
There is a different with it, that I can say. And let them know that there's a different with it. Day off, went to be it up in like anything, understanding, practice.
Warm-ups and face to face.
Everything else. Watching it go past.
So, after the battle between South Africa and Namibia in the women's competition in the Indoor Africa Cup 2021 here at Thomas More College, the battle resumes between the two countries, but this time it's between the men. Two undefeated sides going head to head. The rivalry continues, and it's a big one. South Africa versus Namibia, the final match of the game. Ty, I'm excited.
Yeah, this promises to be a cracker. Both teams put on the style earlier against Botswana, and one of them is going to end day one on the top of the charts. Will it be South Africa? Will it be Namibia? We'll talk more into the game and look at the squads after the national anthems.
anthems are done. The waiting is over. One of the most eagerly awaited indoor hockey matches in a long while is about to take to the court. South Africa up against Namibia. And look at those lineups, Ty.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at those lineups. Indeed, this is a world-class game. This is two African juggernauts. It's a team ranked 11th and 17th in the world. They are fantastic. DJ Strauss, the captain of Namibia, leading from the back. They are pumped. Liam Hermanus looking to add to his glowing CV, along with the likes of Brinkley, Fagan Hansen, who scored a mass amount of goals earlier. Well, the South Africans, you don't really need to look much further than the Kasim brothers and Captain Jethro Eustace to lead us through it. It's going to be a fast game. It's going to be a strong game. And ultimately, one of these teams is going to end tonight on top of the log.
As we saw with the women's match, both sides going into the clash off the back of big victories over Botswana, but things won't go all their way this time around as two giants of the game go head-to-head. It's going to be tight, it's going to be thrilling, and we will bring you every second of the action. The first chaka about to get underway here at Thomas More College. It is the final match of day one of the Indoor Africa Cup.
Yeah, just a reminder that both these teams were massively victorious against Botswana this morning, both to a clean sheet and both looking to end the day as the top dog of day one. Here's Ernest Jacobs, and an early uncharacteristic mistake by Dakota Hansen, who has tried to play the ball. He is punished. Chad Futcher winning a penalty corner.
Opportunity now for South Africa, massive opportunity for SA, with the first penalty corner of the game coming within the first 20 seconds, and here they go. And who will be tasked with delivering? Of course, Paulo, Futcher, Tun, waiting.
Gabela standing further back, having a bit of a watch of the action. If David Attenborough was now, he'd be like, Gabela in the plains. But not like that at all.
And here it comes, and it is well defended by Namibia as they attack now. Finamava looking inside. He gets just outside the D. Great play, and he finds the side netting. South Africa getting the ball back. Tun.
Yeah, there we go. Just slowing it down after that breakaway there. Cody Finamava creating a space, but not able to capitalize on it.
Great play from Abrams. Bring inside. Namibia looking to attack, but South Africa get the ball back now. The speed of play from both sides earlier was terrific to watch. Abrams back to Tun. So they'll continue to roll it back and forth between them.
This is a physical game of hockey. Liam Hermanus, Chad Futcher, they've played provincial hockey together before. They've played against each other, and neither one giving an inch. You know, any given Sunday the speech about inches, neither one of these teams are going to give an inch. Gabela making the block, but not quite getting there. Ernst Jacobs has a chance.
Oh, a chance there, massive chance for Namibia to go in front, but South Africa to the task, and they get it back.
Yes, Gabela. Dakota Hansen just goes straight through the back of him, but South Africa get the ball back here. Rustin Abrahams, one of the senior players on the team, having gone to the last World Cup, is there. Gives to Tun, back to Abrahams, back to Tun.
Abrams well marked there by Namibia, using the boards. He gets it back. Terrific play so far. Gabela playing it, watched by two defenders. He'll get it back to Tun. Nice Paulo's turn. Abrams, Tun. Paulo going to the left, but not needed just yet. But unfortunately, Abrams unable to find his man, but Tun does manage to intercept. Abrams.
Namibia in their change kit of blue after playing in their bright red this morning. And there is a talk here. Dakota Hansen getting a talking to from umpire Peter Calder. Coach Jacobs with the ball. The vice captain. Lovely ball movement between the Namibians. Just waiting for a gap. And here comes JP Brits. Finds Liam Amanis, who just takes it too far over the baseline, and a 16-2 South Africa.
Tun. Looking around, he finds Abrams. Back to Tun. They continue to keep it amongst themselves, eventually hitting out, but unable to hold onto it. Namibia's turn now to attack, not as frenetic as the earlier match between the ladies. Still trying to bide their time, both sides, feel each other out. As the ball bubbles out once again. Hansen. Namibia once again, an effort there from Vanamava. Really good from Cody.
JP Brits just not quite able to get to the end and get onto it. Here's Stephen Paolo on the ball. Braden Tun with a bit of rotation. Rustin Abrahams moving into the middle.
Paolo having a look around. Gets it back to Tun. Gabela's in the center. He's running on, but he won't be needed just for now. Paolo using the boards. Gets hold of Futchak. Futchak gets, he gets the ball back somewhat illegally. So it will go the way of Namibia.
There's a nice bit of niggle in this game. Chad Futchak, Dakota Hansen having a bit of a go at each other. All in good spirit, of course, but this is exciting stuff. These two are both trying to make a statement. Both want to go to the World Cup in Belgium. There's Bryn Cleek on the ball. He loses it to Nathan Tim, gets it back to Rustin Abrahams. Here's Stephen Paolo.
Paolo looking around, he goes to Futchak. Futchak can't hold on.
It's up. Nettling not able to keep it down, and South Africa do the full change. Whole squad on, whole squad off. We're back with Jethro, Justin, Dan, and the Kasim brothers. And within seconds, Mustafa has a shot at goal. He misses it, but instant impact.
Immediately, we spoke about what an impact these two brothers will make in the game, not just today, not just tomorrow, but for a long time to come in indoor and outdoor hockey in South Africa. Watch their names, Diane and Mustafa.
Dan Sibbelt with good old school indoor hockey of using the board as his dribbling partner. Much like an only child who doesn't have friends.
So nothing comes of that brief attack from Namibia. Jethro Eustace, captain. Long pass out to Mustafa. Mustafa gets inside the D. Just brilliant defense from Namibia. Cleek, unable to hold on. Had a very good game earlier against Botswana, as did many of the Namibians. All of them, in fact. Anton van Lockerenberg, Lockies. Getting Tip well away, does the keeper for now. Domleo back to his captain. Eustace intercepted.
Well, there's niggle, and there will be a card here.
Wow.
Green for Nico Netland for not allowing play to go fast. But there is a talking to here. And Mustafa Kasim takes a green card as well. Let's have a little bit of 4-on-4 outfield here. He has changed the card from green to yellow for Mustafa Kasim. Obviously had a word as he was given the green.
So 4 versus 4.
Very, very structured pressure by Namibia, just holding back.
Eustace gets it out to Domleo. Domleo enters the D. He's marked. Younger Kasim gets inside. Doesn't have his brother around for now. Gets it back to Eustace. Domleo with the strike, and he gets it!
What a finish from Justin Domleo, but making his own little bit of space and firing it home. You know, we often talk about his bundled home goal in the 2017 tournament. There was nothing bundled about that. firecracker, 1-0 to South Africa.
And you could see how much it meant to him and the team. Domleo's immediate reaction, his immediate celebration, a fist pump of note. He wanted that goal, and South Africa are ahead.
Namibia back to their full complement of players. Mustafa Kasim is still on the bench, but here's a chance. Oh, Dan Sibbald not quite on the same wavelength there as Jethro.
Very good foresight there from Jethro Eustace.
Brinkleek fails to keep it down and just allows South Africa to eat up the time before Kasim's suspension ends.
Eustace finds Sibbald. Sibbald keeping hold of possession. He's marked Eustace with another long pass, which doesn't result in anything. No one on the other side of that, as Mustafa continues to be on the sidelines following his yellow.
Yeah, just looking into eating the clock up there a little bit. Here's David Brits. Passes to Hutton. Kliek and Hutton, and Kasim almost comes on and steals it. And here's a chance for South Africa. Jethro gets it. Driving up the left, that is a poor tackle, but they play on Dayan Kasim. A good save by DJ Strauss to deny Kasim. Just opening up a little bit of space there, and that's all Kasim needs to have a strike.
Jethro Eustace playing a proper captain's innings so far for his side. Long passes from the back. He was the one who made that interjection from earlier that resulted in Kasim having that attempted shot. Nice attack here. Sibbald was had plenty of open space ahead of him, but Namibia losing out. Umpire ruling in favor of South Africa.
Yeah, the ball did go up off the tackle there, so the correct call. Much to the disappointment of the Namibians. We got 30 seconds left in this half. Can South Africa sneak a goal here? It's gone out for a long corner. That's very good defense there by Hutton to make sure he gets the feet out the way. 15 seconds to go. Will South Africa just play out the quarter? The chaka. And the answer to that question is it looking likely, but Mustafa Kasim. Oh, that's a very good. It's not a good tackle because he's gone through the legs. But umpire Peter Calder choosing to punish with a penalty stroke.
So penalty stroke it is, going the way of Mustafa Kasim. And South Africa with a chance to double their lead. A glorious chance at that. Standing in Mustafa's way, David Strauss, the Namibian keeper. What a save!
Yeah, and what a momentum changer that could be going into the second chaka. The difference between 2-0 and 1-0 from there is a lot bigger than just one goal, because it gives them that spirit, that lift. And if they feel a bit of injustice, they'll even feel, you know, that it's almost the kind of thing to pump up a team.
Well, a frustrating first chaka for Mustafa Kasim. Spent a large part of it on the sidelines following his yellow card, and then finishing off with a save following that penalty stroke. But David Strauss, a massive giant of a man, very tough to get past him, as he proved once again. The captain leading from the front. South Africa are in front, but just by that solitary goal after the first chaka. It is action-packed, and the niggle continues.
Yeah, there's a lot of niggle in the game rather than necessarily technical quality. It has been a very interesting game so far. And to all our viewers around the globe, thank you for joining us. It is our pleasure to bring you this hockey action here at Thomas More College. The second chaka is underway, and immediately the pace and the zippiness of the pass just seems to be that little bit more from Namibia. JP Brits leading with the arm there rather than leading with the ball, so to speak. And a bit of a shove off the ball.
Nice comment coming through from JJ Smith saying, DJ Yo Easter. DJ referring to David, the captain.
And for those international viewers who've never heard the word Easter, It is the Afrikaans word for oyster.
Namibian oysters, finest in the land.
Actually, those are really incredible in Soccermund, is the
They
oysters.
are.
Hulle is regte eisters. Here's Liam Amanis, top goal scorer at the 2019 Indoor IPT in South Africa for Mpumalanga.
Jacobs get back to Hermanus. Van der Merwe's on his outside. He won't need him. He is intercepted though. Nice play from Thun. South Africa reclaim the ball. Thun has a look out. Finds Abrams. Plenty of South Africans up front. Gabella. And the whistle goes. Way too early. Jacobs. Nice shot from him. Van der Merwe.
Good
Long pass from Jacobs.
Good reffing there. Although the ball was up, oh, you can't beat Anton van Locherenberg from that angle. I mean, you can try, but we have two of the world's best goalkeepers on action here, not just Africa's.
Namibia doing a lot of the attack so far early in the second. Chaka, South Africa leading 1-0. Thun
Of
using
course.
the boards. Gabella.
This is both teams' first international action since for quite a while. For Namibia, since they went to Zimbabwe for a 5-match series. For South Africa, since they played Switzerland. And of course, both were scheduled to play each other in a 5-match series last year in May at Wits University, but COVID put paid to that. Definitely great to be back there, though. COVID has obviously changed our lives, changed sports a bit, but it is great to be back on a hockey court together again.
Yeah, massively so. Unfortunately, no fans, but you take what you can get. The most important part, there are competitors, and they are doing a tremendous job out on the court at the moment, as is Abrams, marked well by Namibians. But he does manage to reclaim the ball. He'll get it out to Gabula. Tries to work his way in and out. Can't quite do so.
Yeah, just put himself into a cauldron there where there was no space. That's a good tackle though to win it back. Really, really good tackle there by Gabella. Here's Justin Abrams, and that's a good tackle in return. That's not a good tackle though.
Thun told where to pick that up from. And he gets it up to Paolo. Abrams. Goes inside. And he can't find his man.
He created the space for himself, but ultimately was unable to finish it off.
Long pass to Jacobs.
Jake
Terrific
Futcher
play.
getting there.
And Gabella works his way inside.
Oh, Stephen Paolo getting in between, but he's lost control. It's gone up, and it is penalty corner time. However, Dakota Hansen getting a green card for something off the ball. I'm not really sure what's happened there. I'll ask umpire Peter Calder later, but for now, penalty corner to Namibia, and they have a player short.
Hermanus waiting in the middle, as is Jacobs. Van der Merwe fires it through, and it is in the back of the net. Frustration all round from South Africa. Delight all round from Namibia, despite being a man down. They have leveled the playing field. A tremendous goal. It is 1 apiece midway through Chaka number 2. Eustace looks around. South Africa looking desperately to get a goal back.
1-1 here. Namibia back in the game. South Africa looking to re-establish that lead. Jethro Eustace passing it over to Mustafa Kasim. Dan Sibel fails to control. David Brits wanting to take advantage of it, and just a bit further ahead of where the infringement actually happened. And ladies and gents, we have a game on our hands here.
Kasim marked closely, gets it through the center, tries to find his brother, he can't quite do so.
Derek, if I'm not wrong, this is your first time you've actually seen the Namibian men in action. What do you make of them so far?
Very, very good. Very fast, very strong, physical. And I tell you, the person I'm probably most impressed with is Peter Jacobs. If ever there was terminology for a general when it comes to sport, he certainly would be that. Very much a link man, but here's a chance for South Africa.
3-on-1.
Going through, and he can't find a terrific play from David Strauss.
That was a really good save because he was going one way, the ball flicked the other, made sure he got his arm up, and it remains 1-1. Probably the one time you can say that Yanni didn't make the right decision. 3-on-1, they should have possibly used the overlap there.
Here we go, Kasim. Oh, and he can't hold on. That was a terrific pass from Dayan. But Mustafa unable to hold on. Long pass through.
Nyetling stepping off the court to play that one. Jethro almost running that into Dan Sibel, but it remains 1-1.
W, the goal scorer. Looking to find Kasim up front, unable to. Brits, long pass from him. Great play. Inside the D, very well saved from Van Lockenberg.
Yeah, it's not often you beat Van Lockenberg's pad, but then you've got to still beat his glove, and that was a good glove save there. Just Nomleo showing good fight. And South Africa just looking to re-establish a bit of dominance in the game.
Long pass from Eustace, finds Kasim. In turn finds his brother.
Just outside the D, it hits the foot. Looking for the penalty corner, but the correct call there.
So we certainly have a massive game on our hands.
Dan Sibel getting the shot, but you know, again, you're going to really struggle to beat DJ Strauss on the near post unless you're putting it in the top left-hand corner at exactly 97.6 degrees. But that you won't struggle with. What a goal for Dayan Kasim. It is South Africa 2, Namibia 1. And 2 minutes left until halftime.
Look at that celebration. That tells you all. This means everything to South Africa. They want this victory.
And you can see immediately the whole tempo, the whole mood of the whole team rises on the back of a moment of brilliance from Mr. Kasim.
Quick play from Kasim, looking to move it on, and his brother apologizing for not being on the other end of that. And Mustafa watching on Nyetling. Long pass out. Greaves well intercepted, well tackled in fact, or was that Eustace getting the ball back? Kasim gets round one, almost. Just outside the D. Nyetling making a nuisance of himself, illegally so.
Yeah, he had a 3rd point, knee on the floor. Justin Nomleo just showing the experience to slow it down there. And that should be a bit... I think it actually hit the Namibian foot first, so it should have been a penalty corner. But they get away with it. Harsh on the umpires, considering how quick the game is to see everything. And the South Africans didn't look too upset there either, though.
Except the Kasims. They weren't too happy. Speaking of which, there they are up front. Kleek doing his best to try and get through. And able to break through that South African wall for now.
Nomleo and Eustace. Here's Diane. Here's Mustafa. And that is the end of the half. It is South Africa 2, Namibia 1. Namibia picked South Africa back there, equalized to bring to restore parity, to bring the scores level. But of course, South Africa could rely on one of their X-Factor men, Diane Kasim, to turn it around and make it 2-1 at the break.
Terrific first half from both sides. Remember, the final score of the women's match ended 2-1 in favor of South Africa. That's currently the score right now after 2 chukkers. Big thank you to our sponsors, especially Spar, making all of this possible. Tremendous supporters of hockey in the country, particularly indoor hockey. It's been a terrific tournament so far. And the best is it's only day 1, the Indoor Africa Cup 2021, taking place here at Thomas More College in Cliff. Established in 1962, a beautiful school, co-ed, and in the heart of Durban.
Yeah, Derek, we've been here for the whole day, obviously watching the action, but we got a chance to walk through the school earlier, and it's, you know, the facilities here in the indoor court, which has only opened officially yesterday, facilities throughout the school, and of course, the staff and support staff that have supported us have been nothing short of world class.
They really have been world class, much like the school surrounds. Myself and Ty took a walk around the place earlier today. Really, really impressed with this spot. A beautiful school.
Yeah, we know we've got viewers watching from all over the world. African hockey is alive. African indoor hockey is well. And you are watching 2 fantastic teams who could both go and compete on the global stage. Derek, looking back at that first half, which players have put their hands up to get a nod on your list as player of the match so far?
Well, I tell you what, based just on that save from the penalty stroke alone, and then you add a couple of saves throughout, I'd go the way of the captain of Namibia, David Strauss, as my player of the half for the visitors. As for the home side, Justin Domley had a very good goal. Chad Futcher made his presence felt somewhat. But I'm going to go the way of Captain Jethro Eustace. I thought he controlled matters from the back, was composed when they started to panic a bit. His long passes, very penetrative. And I suppose captain versus captain for my mind in that first half. Yours, Ty?
Yeah, actually, I was going to say probably between Justin Domleo and Jethro Eustace. I think Jethro may be shading it for me. And yeah, I mean, DJ Strauss, not just for the penalty save, but also his leadership. He's very vocal, and you can see he's pumping up these young men that are playing for Namibia. It's superb stuff. Great to have the PSI owner Simon Martin here as well. Taylor as a sponsor, obviously, of the kits for South Africa. And PSI, a big part of all that is good in indoor hockey for both Namibia and South Africa.
Yeah, they do a tremendous job, and I'm just blown away by the speed and the power of these players. Earlier I was chatting to someone who wasn't here as a fan, but certainly here as an administrator. Tyron mentioned how long it's been since sides have taken part in international competition. Not just that in terms of the length, but how rare it's been. And they were saying how impressed they've been at the speed and the pace of these two sides throughout the day. Of course, both teams opening their account against Botswana. Botswana making their first foray into international indoor hockey. So it certainly went the way as expected in terms of those results. That these two teams far more evenly matched, as can be seen by that score. 2-1 after 20 minutes, 20 to go, and it's South Africa just ahead.
Yeah, but you know, I do hope that Botswana are sitting back at the hotel, they're watching this, they're using this as an aspirational tool, because South Africa were there, Namibia were there. It's through development and transformation of the sport that they have have turned around. We're seeing a little bit of a hokey pokey here as Ryan Hack throws out a team, turns it back out, puts a different team out. Very interesting stuff. We also see that Namibia have gone with Richter van Rooyen in goals now, as DJ Strauss gets a well-earned break.
Tun finds Futcher as the third. Shaka gets underway. Tun to Gabella, to Abrams. Long pass out to Futcher. The big man gets inside. And he keeps possession for South Africa. Tun, Gabella. He can't hold on. Ball bubbling up. And it's an attack from Namibia, and they can't hold. Ooh, that was close.
That was just inches off of Liam Humanis' stick. Had he got that, there was a real opportunity opening for Namibia.
Tun from the back to Abrams.
There's that eerie silence that comes from a lack of crowd.
Very well done from Hermanus. Hermanus gets the ball back, tries to get it inside, but it's Abrams to intercept. Gabella looking for Abrams, doesn't need him. He loses the ball in possession. Brits now on the attack, Hernandez.
Yeah, falling foul of what we've seen so often today. A little bit of stickiness and just overrunning the ball. And here is an opportunity. Well, Namibia change. And South Africa respond immediately. It's very tough to keep up with what's going on right now. There are 32 players on the field.
Voices from everywhere, particularly the South African bench, and Jethro Eustace having to calm down Diane Kasim. Kasim was furious with the call from the umpire.
They're discussing if either team had 7 players on the field. And South Africa get a short corner on the basis that Namibia had a 7th player on the field, putting his foot on the court. Of course, with all those substitutions happening, you have to make sure the person you're replacing is off the field first.
Yeah, and that was well spotted by South Africa. Eagle eyes, and you can see them all protesting almost immediately. But here's an opportunity now for South Africa to extend their lead by 2. Yeah, they haven't had an opportunity like this in some time. And Paulo, Futcher, and Tun waiting in the middle. Who will Abrams be giving it to? We'll see now. Futcher, it is. Massive strike. South Africa get their 3rd goal. The big man makes a big impact.
That is a superb strike. And yes, South Africa punishing a bit of an administrative mistake from Namibia. Not something you see every day. And Chad Futcher making sure that it is 3-1 to South Africa.
Yeah, that's a bit of a schoolboy error. And here's another opportunity for South Africa. Mustafa Kasim keeps the ball control. Oh! And that was so close for Sybil to make it 4-1.
Yeah, South Africa would have got the penalty corner there, but Sybil getting the shot. And enough advantage. 3-1 it remains. But a big chance goes missing. Here's Bryn Cleek. Incredible hands. Oh, that's on the foot.
Sybil.
Here they go. Diane. Great tackle.
Brits getting it away. Ritz. It's it through. Well marked. Cleek. Here's a chance now for Kasim. He will do it! Look at that celebration. Another error from Namibia. They are furious, but Kasim celebrates like crazy, and rightly so, because he was given a glorious chance and he took it with open arms. 4-1 South Africa.
Yeah, absolutely. Just how good is Mustafa there? He just waited to pounce on the mistake, and Namibia are starting to make a few mistakes. They're letting this get to their heads a bit. They need to just take a deep breath. DJ Strauss, he might be on the side, but can shout to his team, calm them down a little bit. But South Africa are raising the tempo, and South Africa have a penalty corner.
Wow, how things can change in a matter of minutes. And must be said, a couple of errors from Namibia. Firstly, that administrative error, having too many players on court during a changeover. And yeah, things starting to unravel. And geez, hard to believe that about 2 or 3 minutes ago it was locked at, well, it was 2-1 in favor of South Africa. Could it go 5-1? And there goes to Domlio. Well defended. Domlio has another crack and he's pulled down.
Yeah, that one entered into the debatable possibility of going to stroke because Rayder going off his feet, taking Justin Domlio out, with the umpires choosing a penalty corner on this opportunity.
Comes through once more. Oh, and he hits the post, does Mustafa Kasim.
That actually hit right on the point where the post and the crossbar meet each other. I mean, I've seen darts players struggle to be as accurate as that.
Oh.
If this was darts, that was a proper 180 moment, and we're going to see a card now.
Kasim
No,
looks hurt. You
Oh,
can
no,
see he
it's an
screamed
injury.
out in pain immediately. But he's made of tougher stuff. Quickly regains himself and he's back in action.
Players are giving the umpires some hard work to do, but so far so good. 4-1 to South Africa. Just about 6 minutes remaining in the third chukka. And South Africa utilized that moment of madness by Namibia to turn it around. Oh, and
Jethro Eustace, the captain, back to Kasim.
sounds like there was some cordial dinner time conversation there between Jethro and the umpire.
It did sound like that.
Like, what would you like for dinner, chap? Bangers and mash.
Jacobs, nice play from him. Bangers and mash. What was that?
Well,
I've been watching The Crown. Very, very saddened by the passing of Prince Philip.
well, it's just another way of saying Papen Vos.
Hermanus, very well played, but and able to find the inside man. So South Africa will retake possession midway through this, the third chukka, with their score 4-1 up. Eustace, back to Domlio.
You know, Derek, talking about Papen Vos, if I ever did win the Masters, which won't happen, I'm fairly sure. Don't even put a bet on me. I don't think I'm an outsider even. That would be my champions dinner that I would serve.
Papen Vos, serious.
Papen Vos, but here's JP Brits. Oh, he's almost able to win a penalty corner there.
Sibalt, looking hard,
Oh, it's up.
trying to work out what he would have if he was to win the Masters. Certainly not Papen Vos. He's got far better taste.
I think Peter Calder thinks it's Christmas because he's giving out a lot of cards right now.
It was interesting chatting to Lou, one of the umpires, and I was asking him earlier, how do you know which pocket's got which cards? And he said, left is his weaker hand, so that's where he keeps his red, because he takes it out a lot less. Penalty corner for South Africa. W unable to make the most of that.
Well charged down. So Derek, I actually used to umpire, and
Yeah.
I put all my cards in one pocket, and you know the cards are all different shapes. You got the square is yellow, the green is a triangle, and the red is a circle. Right, here goes Jacobs. Oh, he's found the man. Oh, lucky stars for the ball, misses it, and a short corner is given. And I remember having cards that were all the same. I was borrowing someone's, they were all the same shape, and I put them all in my pocket. And I was going to give a guy a green card, so I pulled it out and I pulled up the card. I didn't even look at it. And the guy was flabbergasted, and he was like, what the hell is going on with you? And I looked up in my hand. There was a red card in my hand, not a green one.
But you can rescind it, surely.
No, I did. I did.
Good.
But I didn't understand why he was so angry with me.
You see it in football, though, when referees give 2 to 3 yellow cards to one player. Chance for Namibia now. And there it goes. The flick through.
Oh, no, that hurts.
Denied. And
That
there comes
hurts.
another one, but again denied. Namibia, 2 strikes.
Time.
Will they get it on their third? They won't. Frustration etched across the faces of the men in blue.
It looks like that hit just underneath the helmet grid for Anton van Lachenberg.
Yo, he's in pain.
Yeah,
You don't
he
often
looks,
see that.
I do think I need to just have a quick look at that. No, we're playing on.
Abrams To Paulo. Tun. Enjoy playing together, those two. Abrams gets inside his man. Oh, Butcher coming agonizingly close to laying it on for Gabela. So, quick changeover. They've got to be fast, these Namibians.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get blown up for time wasting at this point in time. Trailing 4-1.
Brits. And that will make its way out. As we edge our way towards the end of this, the third chaka, one that South Africa have very much dominated, scoring 2 more goals. One going the way of Futcher, the other one going the way of Kasim.
South African players looking to combine like peanut butter and jam, but that time combining more like peanut butter and fish paste.
It's actually quite nice. Have you had it before?
No.
It's actually it's better than jam.
Things that are better than jam with peanut butter. That is the whole list. There we go. Done.
Fish paste wins. You're talking about the Masters dinner? I'd have a seafood buffet, so you know where my priorities lie.
Seafood with a bit of peanut butter.
So Thai would go the way of Pappenbos and a jam croissant. Or a jam-full donut.
You don't call it jelly, it's jam. Jelly is what you are of my menu. Jealous, jelly.
No. Oh, how wrong you are.
Also, if
so wrong.
if I ever go to a donut shop, it's a jam donut for me with the sugar on the outside. That's why I used to look like a donut.
Here we go, Namibia. Chance to close the gap somewhat. Send it through. There's the strike, and it is in the net. And look at that celebration. Butcher falls over his man, but what a goal.
That was Owen Hudson. What a great finish. So much power. He threw his whole body at it. And this game is feisty. With 1 chaka left after this, anybody can still win it. But it is a great advert for African indoor hockey.
So Namibia's tails up once again. If they strike again just before the end of the chaka, this will be massive, and they've got another chance. Whoa, that was close. Paulo doing some redemption work now. There to clean up the mess, but unfortunately, Namibia do get the ball back, unfortunately for South Africa, that is. Momentum firmly in the place of the men in blue. Kleek looks around him, gets it back. There's a chance on Yetling. Oh, Lockenberg is there.
That looked like it was going to be the moment. But Van Lockenberg getting there and keeping it out.
Yetling, another chance now. Brits. Back inside their own half. Yetling. Long pass, tries to find Brits, he can't. There's Paulo, Gabela's there. Gabela holding on, he'll pass it through. He won't, he'll be taken down. But no, umpire rules in favor of Namibia. Kleek. He can smell blood. Strike, Van Lockenberg stops it. Again. 10 seconds to go now.
I mean, what flavor jam? If you had to pick.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, none. No, absolutely none.
What?
No, jam is not nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to apologize on behalf of Rayder Media for the lack of culture from my co-commentator. The answer is strawberry or apricot.
No, you cannot. You honestly like jam. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but it's not the best.
Fig jam.
No.
For those wondering if we are talking about hockey or if this is the cooking show, it doesn't matter. It's hot in here. It is cooking. It is reaching a boiling point, in which case you need to take it off the stove for a few minutes. And I really don't know where I'm going with this metaphor, but I'm enjoying it. It's been a fantastic 3 chukkers. South Africa and Namibia slogging it out. South Africa looked like they had stretched the lead to comfortable, but Namibia coming back through the back door there, creating 1 or 2 chances. And it sets up for an incredible final chukker here. South Africa are changing keepers because Anton van Lochenberg does look like he is hurt. Hopefully it is nothing too serious. And it is just precautionary. He does have the doctors over with him who have done a fantastic job today when they've been called on.
Fig jam, my goodness, what a load of nonsense. That was Kevin Peterson's nickname at one stage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because it means family intelligent genie. Just ask me.
Oh, something like that. That's not verbatim. But the match back on the go. The final chucker. Kasim with a chance now. Could South Africa strike again? He does. But who else? But David is there to stop matters once again. David Strauss, captain and keeper of Namibia, who make a comeback once again. And there they go. In fact, it's not David Strauss because they have had the changeover. So Rayder van Rooyen is wearing the helmet now.
Yeah, and you know what? It almost looked like he preempted, which is a dangerous thing with Diane Kasim, but he preempted where he was going to go, and he made it count. It was a great save. Here's Dax Hansen back on. Oh, great hands by Cody van der Merwe. Looking to lay it off, but not getting the ball through. They played quick. Here's Hansen. To his brother. Oh, Cody throwing himself off his feet, but just firing wide. Maybe a look up for it in this final quarter.
So watch out for Hermanus. He's certainly been sensational. Has Gillian Hermanus. What did Gary Teichmann and a blind man in Hermanus have in common in 1999?
Neither one watched the World Cup.
Neither got to see Wales. Kasim chasing on, and that will bubble out, unfortunately.
I think I can officially say it, ladies and gentlemen. Derek Alberts, you've spent too much time with me. Here goes Cody van der Merwe. He's looking up for it, but he loses it. Here goes Dan Sibbald. Is there a chance here? Still going.
Look, it's like it's glued to his stick. And it is a penalty. Oh. Wow. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, Sibbald's first day for the indoor side.
Yeah, it is. It is. Of course, he got his first goals earlier this morning. And day of full of firsts, of course. His first initiation later. I don't think he knows about it yet.
I'm so glad we've been invited to that. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it will be live streamed on nowhere, ever. Because it's not happening, guys. They take it seriously.
Here it goes.
Here goes Mustafa, top left corner. It is 5-2. South Africa regain the 3-goal lead and looking good to settle it for this game.
Terrific effort from Kasim once again. And there it goes, Sue Jacobs. Namibia looking to attack. They need to, and need to soon. Just over 7.5 minutes to go. Great play from Hermanus. He goes down. Doesn't matter though, South Africa will continue keeping possession. Domleo. Big pass from Eustace, but it only finds Jacobs from Namibia. Kasim, and there's a loss. Hockey said Kasim, yeah, there's a chance. Whoa, and what is the ruling?
Yeah, the shot was not on target. Had it been
Here's
on
a
target,
chance.
and
There's a
score.
Oh.
That is action-packed hockey. The ruling was that Diane shot not on target, therefore not a stroke. While South Africa were not sure what was going on, they turned it around, go up the other side, and was it Liam Hermanus, was it Owen Hetson? I'm not even 100% sure who it was.
I think it was Hermanus.
There we go, Hermanus, 5-3, game on with 6 minutes remaining.
So Namibia with their tails up once again. 2 goals the deficit. And look at the celebrations. Tell you what, that a goal couldn't have come at a better time for Namibia. They needed it very, very soon if they were to come away with had any chance to come away with the win. And at the moment, they trail 5-3 in what has been an action-packed half. And now they have a penalty corner.
Derek, if they get a goal here, 5-4, we are set up for a grandstand finish. It would be like a Hamilton versus Leclerc. Versus Verstappen.
There it goes. Domlio goes flying. Doesn't matter though. Gets back up very, very quickly. Jacobs assesses the situation. Gets it out to Van der Merwe.
And well done, Bongamusa Ngoma making that charge down. He's just been on the field for a little bit. This game is getting saucy, almost like, what, tomato sauce? Chili sauce? No, chili sauce, chili sauce.
The strike comes through.
Another good charge down by Ngoma. The 17-year-old who is a giant in the goals, looking fantastic here.
Jacobs looking strong. Namibia fighting hard. And they continue to fight hard. Will they narrow that deficit to just one? It is action-packed. You don't want to see a red light. Keep on going green. Continue,
and another
continue,
penalty
continue.
corner. If Namibia score now, we have that grandstand finish. It's not Charles Leclerc, I apologize. It's Max Verstappen versus Hamilton. It is the bumper race. It is the way you want to see a hockey match finish. Can they take the opportunity?
Jacobs waiting in the middle.
JP Pitts on the slip.
It goes to Jacob. Jacobs with the strike. Well defended by South Africa. Long pass up ahead. That will go out and Namibia continue to attack. But first, a big changeover.
Good work there by Jethro Eustace. Makes the block and gets off the field.
And it continues for Namibia. They continue to attack. So it's been all Namibia for the last couple of minutes. 5 minutes to go in this match. They trailed by 2.
South Africa have rung the changes.
And here we go.
Yes,
Futja.
Futja. Yeah, that is the correct call. It shouldn't have been a penalty corner. He got it off his feet. So the right decision reached there.
Nietling to Brits. Nicely done by Nietling, keeping control of possession. 2 men on him, 3 now, but they still manage to keep hold of the ball. Here's a chance for Namibia, not enough though. South Africa hold on to their 2-goal lead.
I would have liked to see Fagan throw that one up at Bong's arms there. Hasn't had to use his arms. He's obviously come off the bench, not warmed up, not fully warmed up, so to speak. So you want to test him a little bit.
Futja, great play, great intercept from the big man.
South African
Looking to
bench
go
there.
around.
And
Wow, and he goes to ground. Here's a chance. And there we go, Paulo!
South African bench very animated there, but their players on the park doing the work. And should that be enough, it might be 3 goals with about 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
Gabela watching on. Marking tremendously well. Attempted intercept there from Futja. Oh, it's getting tougher. It's getting more physical. Men are going to ground. And look at this. Here's a card. And there it comes.
Owen Hutton getting a yellow and seemingly smiling at it.
Just over 3 minutes to go. South Africa lead by 3. You would say they seemingly have this wrapped up. Could Namibia pull off a miraculous late fight back? Well, it must begin right now if they are to have any hope. Peak.
Superb hands by Bryn Kleek. Bad tackle there by Stephen Pala. Opens it up. And Kleek shows too much and Futja says, yes, I'll have that. And he starts his own run. Can he get there? It's just too far.
Gabela looking to defend. Brits goes. Cleek can't hold on. Here's a chance once again. Futcher hits it back to Abrams. Paolo on his outside, the goal scorer, the most recent goal scorer. Back to Abrams. Long pass from him. Can't find his man. Turn lets it go out. Just over 2 minutes to go now. South Africa leading by 3. You'd have to say it is done and dusted. Namibia looking for a couple of consolation goals. Could they manage that? The intensity not dropping whatsoever between these two very good sides.
Yeah, getting the right call. It is outside the D. That's
Abrams.
up by Abrams. There we go. So Namibia, if they want to get something out of this game, they're going to have to score very, very quickly.
Oh, another physical attempt there. Nietling and Futcher clashing. Futcher asking, what now? I stood there. Nietling just went down like a sack of potatoes.
I mean, he was always going to get a card there. You and I both saw it.
Yes. No, hard knock from Futcher. Although I suppose any knock from Futcher is going to be hard. Namibia looking for their consolation goal. Paolo breaks away. Not enough though. Futcher looking out.
It's 5 on 5 right now.
Oh, and another man goes down. This is physicality at its best. And you can see the card coming fast and furiously. And it's Paolo going away now. So Namibia up against
Now the
2
interesting
down.
thing is Namibia have pulled their keepers, so they have 6 outfield players. South Africa only have 3 outfield because of the 2 yellow cards. 6 plays 3. Can Namibia make a count?
And here they go with the Cleek. He tries to get into the center. Brits will go out. And here we go. The attack continues to mount. Nietling, who's going to take the shot? 6 versus 3. If South Africa could get a breakaway. Gabela goes down now.
That South Africa just eating up the clock there. We've got less than a minute. They have done enough to win this game. Have they done enough to keep it at 6-3? And just good maturity here by Edenton. He's just showing, just slowing the day. And South Africa wasting time. Turnover by Peter Calder.
Could Namibia get a late goal?
Wrong decision there.
Abrams keeping hold of the ball. He just stands and watches as 3 Namibian players watch him.
Classy getting out of jail there.
Very much so. And South Africa will grab the win, but it has been action-packed. Namibia looking. Oh, look at the
What a
late
save by Ngoma.
Oh, and Ngoma stops that too. This is non-stop. What a win for South Africa. Namibia, you can hold your heads high. That was action-packed aplenty. South Africa take this one 6-3.
I thoroughly enjoyed those last 2 saves there by Ngoma. 1 for show, 1 for dough. 6-3 the final result, and a fantastic day of indoor hockey action comes to an end. Let's recap what happened in this game before we look back at the day. South Africa opened the scoring with a sublime strike by Justin Domleo. They were pegged back when Liam Mamana scored, but on the stroke of half-time, Dayan Kasim produced a moment of magic to make it 2-1. South Africa then took advantage of an administrative error for Chad Futcher to make it 3-1 before Mustafa Kasim joined the party, making it 4-1. Of course, late on in the third, Namibia gave themselves a chance through Owen Hutton, a great short corner. South Africa re-established through Kasim before Liam Mamana brought it back to 5-3. And while Namibia were pushing, South Africa were able to go up the other end. Stephen Paolo, the man to go and win it with the final goal. 6-3 to South Africa. They topped the table after day 1. 42 goals for them in their 2 games. And of course, sit nice and on top of the table Sunday. The winners of the finals will of course qualify for the Indoor Hockey World Cup in Belgium next year. The first game tomorrow morning does start at 9 a.m. It will be South Africa versus Botswana. It will be live on YouTube. It will be live on the Watch Hockey app. So make sure you are tuning in and watching and following on. Promises to be another day of thrilling hockey action here at the wonderful Thomas More College, a place that has really risen to host a fantastic tournament this week so far. If we look back at the day's action, Botswana on the end of two tough defeats in both the men and women's tournament, both South Africa and Namibia, setting up two blockbuster clashes between the African heavyweights, South Africa and Namibia. In the women's game, the South Africans winning it 2-1, and of course the men's game you've watched now, a 6-3 win, setting it all up for tomorrow. But before we hand out for the night, let's head over to Derek and the captains for the post-match presentation.
So joined here by David Strauss, captain of Namibia. And just before we went on air, David said, I know I'm tall, so I'm going to have to struggle to reach the mic. How tall are you exactly?
I think about 6'10", around there. Yeah, slightly higher than the goalpost.
I'm 6'2", and I've got to look straight up to you. But David Strauss, hard luck, 6-3 loss. But that being said, I mean, that was action-packed right to the very end.
Yes, it was. We know there's one or two games and quite a way to go, and we quite confident that we will make the final. And tonight we went out and played hard. We were testing things, feeling around, see what the SA boys are doing. Glad we got under their skin a little bit. There's lots of words on the field, but always exciting, and it was a great match. It was lovely. It was always awesome.
It was a physical one too.
Yeah, no, of course. People that think hockey isn't us hockey bookies, we don't play a physical match, but it was quite intense, and it's good to see.
Yeah, it certainly is good to see. You said you're glad you got underneath the South African skin. I mean, did you feel that they got riled up at some stages?
A little bit, but of course everyone gets riled up. It's always nice. We have this love-hate relationship, but it's always good. We're all good mates off the field, but between the four lines, we're not too friendly.
Talk us through your save during the penalty stroke.
Oh, yes, Adi. The ball came and I stopped it. Don't really know what to say to that.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's brilliant. David Strauss, hard luck on the loss, but yeah, you can certainly hold your heads up high, and we'll see you back in action tomorrow.
Definitely. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, David Strauss, and he's applauded from the court by the many people in attendance as well as Jethro Eustace, the captain of South Africa. As the mic's lowered a little bit for Jethro, not quite 6'10", but Jethro, a great victory.
Yeah, I think it starts, like I said, from earlier's match. I think we're building to something that we're trying to achieve, and we can't do that without playing matches and testing things out. And we were testing things out today. I think you saw a little bit of fun and games there on the side of the field, which team's coming on, which team's going off. I think that's what it is about these type of games. They're not really there to see who wins. It's there to test the patterns and the plays and all that stuff. I think DJ hit it on the head. We get around this little box here and we try and see if we can test each other as best as we can. And like he said, is they got us under skin a little bit, and maybe we kept our composure for the last, I think, minute there with only 4 guys on the field with cards and stuff like that. And just shows you the character we have in our squad, is the guys will fight till the end.
Of course, you will play again tomorrow, and as you said, a lot of this it's not just about testing, but you are kind of finding your way about each other as opponents. But what struck me was the intensity that you guys had in scoring goals, the celebrations afterwards, because it really meant something to the players.
Yeah, I think I think again, going back to DJ's comment, is we mates off the field, but when you got on the field, it's a challenge, and the challenge is to see how far we can push each other, and it comes, I think, through the junior ranks when they've played against each other for so long. A lot of these franchise events, the PSRs and that, the guys have played against each other, so they know each other very well. And I think it's that same type of energy that comes into these type of fixtures. Maybe not what Justin and myself would like. We don't really like a full-on verbal abuse type games. We like to keep it a bit short and sweet and focus on what we're trying to achieve. But it's the passions there. And I think we've had a little chat about what it means to play for the green and gold. And I think scoring a goal is exactly the same. It's that little bit of notch up to say I'm here and I'm here to perform, and I'm performing when I score.
Speaking of little chats, immediately after the final hooter went, you guys had a mild celebration, and then off you went to join your new coach, Ryan Hack, in a huddle, and that's why you came here a little later. It looked like quite an intense conversation going on in there.
Yeah, it's all about the mental game. I think we also trying to set our tone on as a group. I think we know that we've got a dynamic of two sets of 5. And I think we're just trying to see how we can challenge each 5 to be a little bit better. And I think the mental process there was being tested, and Hackers is trying to really get us to focus on our mental application as well. So I think it just shows you a pure example. We changed the 5s a little bit today, and it went down to 4 guys on the field defending the last minute there when they had 6. And it just shows you that we're keeping our mental capacity in check and focusing on what we're trying to achieve. And I think he's just giving the guys a compliment there in that essence, because it was a mental gear to challenge those type of challenges that we had. We almost had Namibia all in the circle there. I mean, it was crazy to have 10 Oaks in the circle, but it was what it was, and I think he complimented us for those mental challenges that we got through.
I asked David about his save. Talk us through your goal earlier today against Botswana.
Yeah, I think we talk about goals, and I tend to sit at the back of the pitch now, distributing a little bit more, but we've got talented players in our group, and I think goals, yeah, in this level come few and far between. And when you play unfortunate side like Botswana, and we thank them for coming and participating, but it's also to try and see if we can establish our dominance and really put us on the perspective of what we're trying to do. And if everyone can score, even the guys that are defending, then we know we're moving in the right direction. And yeah, I think DJ, like you said, he saw the ball and saved it. I saw the goal and shot it and scored. So I think that's as simple as I can put it.
Congrats on the win tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and that's wrapping it up for today. South Africa ending the day as the top team in both the men's and women's tournament. Of course, tomorrow it'll be back for more round-robin action. We can't wait to see you. Be back with us from 9 o'clock tomorrow, where all the action will be on the way. Signing out.